Hey everybody, it's Sabrina Henny Live. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I hope you're having an awesome day today, an awesome Tuesday. It's been really busy, that sort of thing. Anyway, I know a lot of you all have got a lot out of my little motivational speech about just normally I'll tell you to just go do it, but we need to do the things that we really want to do and accomplish, not just doing something because everyone else is doing it. Not everybody really wants to lose weight, okay? I mean, we all, if we could take a magic pill or a magic, jump in a magic box and you're totally fit, but it's not going to happen that way. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of extra time, money, and if you're really not into it, you take all that energy and you can apply it to things that you really want to do. Okay, so we eliminated something that we weren't fully committed in anyway. So I was thinking about this early this morning about, when to quit on something. And normally if it's your dreams, if it's your desires, oh no, we don't want to quit. We don't give up. But sometimes when things don't work out and they don't seem like they're working, well, when do you quit? Okay, because if you're really trying things, okay, so let me tell you a story. I know some of you guys like my stories, but a lot of you know when I joined the travel club I was in, and I loved it, I did. And I joined it under a particular person who knew Brian Tracy. I know Brian Tracy's cool. And so that's why I was drawn to this person. I was like, oh my God, he loves Brian Tracy. So I signed up under him for that very reason, okay? And then I saw his amazing life and how he was living in this travel club. And I was like, I want to do this. I want to be like this person. It looks so fun. And they had a lot going on. But what happened was, let me tell you what happened. Well, my account got messed up with it because it hit like an old credit card that I had to basically stop because of getting a call for real estate. But anyway, so what happened? Okay, so my account got messed up and I didn't know it. The company did not notify me that it was getting ready to cancel, and then they canceled me without my knowledge. I know, it was so embarrassing. So anyway, I literally cried. He says, well, they said your account canceled. I said, I did not cancel this account. I am not kidding. I cried. I cried for I don't know how many days, okay, because I thought it was being paid by my credit card, that sort of thing. And I forgot about which one was stored in there, okay? So anyway, so what happened? I felt at that point, I felt like all my dreams were gone that day. I felt like everything I planned on doing was just at a halt, and I had to start all over in my business. And I didn't have a lot going on. I mean, I was doing a lot with it. I was, calling people all over the world, and I was building it. But it was just one of those things that happened. And I was like, oh no, this is horrible. And I remember how I felt that day. I felt like my dreams just died. Everything I wanted, all the hopes and the inspirations for the future, I thought they just died that day. And it's not a good feeling. It was like, because you want your life to be a certain way, and it doesn't turn out that way. So anyway, that's my dog chewing on his toy. Bosh. Anyway, sorry about that. So anyway, what happened, I was so like down in the dumps. You know how people can be. And so what did I do to wait? I said, well, he goes, you can sign up again. I was like, you know, it was just, at that point I couldn't at that time. Anyway, so what happened was I started watching these videos about it, pretending I was back in my club. Okay. And a lot of the videos I watched were actually of Matt Morris. And I was like, oh yeah, he's in there. He's got this life. Now he's in like Switzerland at the classiest hotel he's ever been in, and all this fun stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be like Matt Morris too. And it was like, and then some of the people that are on my Facebook here were in my club too. And so people asked me, why was I delaying getting back in? And I just felt in my heart that I wasn't supposed to sign up again with him. And so I just took some time. And sometimes our failures are only redirecting us of where we should be in life. Maybe we're not failing. Maybe the universe, God, or your plan for your life is just redirecting your life. You're not failing. It's just you're not supposed to be there. Does that make sense? Hey, Ricky. Hey, Doug. Hey, Frank. So anyway, what I'm trying to do is talk about failure. Let's just not call it just failure. Let's recall it God is redirecting our life, or our destiny, for those who don't want to, you know. Our destiny is redesigning our life. We're just not supposed to be there. So I thought about this yesterday. It's so amazing. I thought about this yesterday, and I was like, you know what? If I wouldn't have failed that day with my previous person that I was in business with, if I wouldn't have failed that day, I would have never wrote my book. I would have never wrote my book, because it was Matt Morris, when I signed up under him, is when everything kind of changed. So, I mean, so we have to embrace some of our failures. And that's what I talk about. Because sometimes people are like, no, why are you saying embrace your failures? Why? Because sometimes failures are just, your destiny is not meant to be there. It's just a, let's take the word failure out, and let's call it repositioning ourselves into where we're supposed to be. And you know what? Yesterday, my book really changed someone's life. I mean, it really did. So, I mean, just think, if I wouldn't have felt that day, then a lot of these videos and my book wouldn't probably have been created as well. I'm just thinking, you know, it just, you know, so I wanted to go into failure. Okay. So when do we quit when things aren't working for us? When do we quit? Well, sometimes it makes us quit. I mean, like if you're laid off from a job, if you're fired, if a relationship ends out of your control, it's just things are just totally out of your control. They end. You can't go nowhere else. Sometimes you don't have a choice to quit things. It quits for you. It quits you. But it doesn't mean that there's not a beautiful road down that you're supposed to go through. You know, it's kind of like that song by Katy Perry, Fireworks, that song, Fireworks. You know, well, we'll go into the words later on that. But, so, if there isn't a shut door and we're experiencing a lot of turbulence in failing, what about that? When do we quit? That's where it gets more difficult, because maybe you're struggling in a business that, oh, I need more money to keep my business afloat. I don't know how I'm going to do this to make my business work. Now, sometimes we push forward, okay, and we try again. It's like riding a bike. As a kid, you fall off your bike, you're going to get back up and get back on until you learn how to do it. But, you know, sometimes the first few times it's going to be hard. I mean, think about Elon Musk putting those rockets into the air. I mean, the first two failed, and he said if the third one failed, he was done. I mean, that's a major risk, selling everything that you own to get the third rocket up in the air. But he made it happen, okay? So he didn't give up. And so that's the thing. When failure looks so extreme and you don't give up, we must look at all options before we give up. Is there one more thing we can do? Is there another person that can help us? Where can I get more capital to extend this process? So, with failure is when to quit and when to strive forward. Well, I can tell you this. This is your answer. When you no longer have the desire in your heart to go forward, okay? But that can also happen when you're wanting to quit, when you shouldn't quit too. So, when not to quit something, when you feel like you want to quit, is if 1 minute you want to, there's like a blessing in it, and then another minute there you feel like you want to quit. So when it's volatile, you stay in there and you just press forward and you strive forward. If it's volatile, if the feelings are volatile, like 1 minute, oh, I love this, and then the next, it's like, oh no, that happened. That's just helping you, and it's preparing you to be a stronger person. It's giving you more skills. See, sometimes we don't want to think about, you know, for example, marriage, for example. Some people just want to quit. Oh man, it's too hard, I want to quit. But yet they don't go through the process in actually building that relationship, or what can make it work, or, you know, a business. Maybe you need to work on marketing. Maybe you need to hire more people. Maybe you need to do all kinds of things to better your business. It's not saying that it's not salvageable, but you're in a amateur phase of it. You need to build yourself up more professionally, that sort of thing. So when that happens, when it's volatile and it's really stretching you, that's when you don't quit. it's just helping you become a stronger, better entrepreneur or employee or whatever you're choosing to do or whatever your dream is. We're talking when you're 100% committed. You've got to be 100% committed. Okay? So that's my message for today. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.